I thought this was so cool. It is July 1st, and I'm sitting here with my wonderful friend Rob Dunn, who's showing off the great colors of the company he owns, which is C&R Patio Rehab here in Columbus, Ohio, your go-to for patio rehab and construction project.
Thank you.
No, so 21 years ago today was the first time I didn't have a job. And I was telling you that, and we were just talking back because you remember this.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk about it. What happened? I don't even know where to begin. So much has changed.
A lot has changed.
Yeah.
A lot has changed. I have always been self-employed.
Yeah.
And back then, John was working for a title.
Do you remember that?
Title company.
Yeah.
And he was always talking about leaving that and doing his own thing. And I remember encouraging him to do so. Like, not to worry. All going to work out.
I do remember that.
He's got the goods. And things are just going to work out. And glad he made the leap, for sure.
Do you remember the time? I bet I could find a picture of it somehow. Or I worked for your company when you were self-employed, and I put you in a camp. Do you remember that? That's when I still was working, I believe, right?
You know what? Give me some more of that, because I'm not.
Oh gosh, no! I came in and did one of your sales meetings.
Oh yeah. John came into my agency at the time, and he ran a sales meeting for my team.
I wonder when that was.
That had to be in maybe 2011 or 2012, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
So I thought that was even before that.
It could have been. I mean, yeah.
So June 30th, 2004 was the last day. And here's one of the coolest things that I think ever happened. So George Henry was the owner of Title First. And I was working on a project in Cincinnati, and we had started a business. He and I, a side business, a part of Title First called Education First. And the finances weren't right there because the mortgage crisis was hitting. And I'm like, we got to hold on this. And we're like, well, you can do this job for a little while. And I'm like, George, I think I'm going to go on my own. And here's the coolest thing that I think a boss or owner ever did. We figured it out, and he understood it. And then he told me, he's like, you use your office for as long as you want. Just keep your office. You got a printer. You got a marketing team. Who would do that? Can you believe that?
That is that's something.
God bless you, George Henry.
Most people would just say,
leave right now.
Yeah, you got to go.
You're out the door.
Yeah.
No, it was the most amazing situation.
Yeah.
And I did. Probably for a month, I continued to. I would drive. It was a 30-minute drive. I would drive. Remember in those days when you would actually put on a shirt and a tie and you'd drive 30 minutes to work? You never did that.
No, I never did that, but I did kitchen table sales for 22 years. So I was driving all over the place. Yeah. Back then we used maps and payphones. Had a roll of dimes.
You did not.
I did. Yeah. Go to a payphone with an umbrella in the rain and make calls.
What do you miss about that?
Nothing.
Come on.
I don't miss anything about it. Today, that business is all different. People just don't even go to people's homes. It's all done online in front of a computer, which is amazing. Yeah.
So Rob was in the agency business of insurance, life insurance primarily.
Yep.
Final benefits. How'd you say?
Yeah. Final expense coverage.
Sorry.
Yep.
So no, I've known Rob probably 25 years, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, probably right around 25 years.
Gosh.
Yeah, and we have the same conversation at the beginning of every year.
Which is what?
John is, okay, I got to get more stuff on the books. And I'm like, at this point, you don't need to worry about that, John. You know, the jobs are coming in. You're good.
Dude, I do remember that. Like, listen, I want to be at this mark by the beginning of this year, and dude, I don't know. I got to do better. I got to get more.
Yeah. And I'm a little bit past that point in my life. I just take the stuff as it comes now. And I was a raring to go guy for a very long time, and I'm a bit more mellow now.
A bit more mellow.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you like best about the patio business, and how did you end up there? This is a completely, hey Rob, we should do an interview, and just walk down and turn down the cameras interview. So we have no idea where we're going with this, but this is the best kind.
Well, I had been in the trades prior to my insurance career.
Yeah.
So when it was time to make a change, I worked with a buddy of mine for a little while to help him grow his company, and we decided that the labor pool was not really great as far as growing a labor-based company. So he had an opportunity to sell his company, and I decided to take over a portion of it. I have an art background, so I like the design aspect of it. I certainly like the sales aspect of it, and for me, it's kind of paid exercise. So at my
It'd be
age,
grueling. I mean, seriously,
it is grueling sometimes, but
that was weird. Sorry.
it's okay. It's touched me before, not anywhere weird.
Don't say that.
But so yeah, it's been fantastic. I have 2 great employees, and we're not looking to scale up. We're looking to stay where we are, size-wise, for another few years, and then I'll retire, and we'll sell the business to my number 1 guy. And
Is that me?
It's not. No, it's not you.
No.
But yeah, so that's the plan.
That's
And
pretty wild.
I'll probably just sell at that point for him, and golf
Still be a
lot.
face in there.
Yeah,
Golf a lot.
golf a lot.
Now I want to go back to the agency days for a second, because now I'm thinking of like what we can help people and build content of this from us. You were training hundreds and hundreds of people. Like agencies called you to come train them. And when we say agencies, this is people showing up at someone's kitchen table, helping them with their final expense in most cases, right?
Yep.
Just to set the scene for if there's any people that have face-to-face sales, or even, I mean, any type of interaction in sales. What was the number one challenge that people faced back then, if you can think of that off top? And do you think any of that would be changed today with what we are deal with in human connection and interaction?
Probably the biggest thing and these are commission-based people, by the way. So if they don't, enroll people, they're not getting paid. So it was imperative that we trained them very well so they could get at least what they needed initially until their closing ratio increased. The biggest thing though is building rapport. You immediately someone's going to decide if they like you in the first few seconds they meet you. So if you screw that initial contact up, you're going to have a problem, because they're not going to trust you, or they're not going to like you, or the message that you're going to try and convey is not going to go through properly. So that would be the biggest thing. And if you're new to sales, I would say the easiest way to build rapport is find something that they have that you can take an interest in, and talk about that. And leave yourself out of the conversation unless they ask. No one wants to hear about you. They want to talk about them. That's the biggest thing.
Well, that probably isn't anything changed. I mean, that's just a human element of creating relationship. And
yeah, but it's probably even quicker now online, because it's so distracting. Like, we're doing this.
How do you build a relationship online?
I don't know. I've never
take
done
all the
it.
social media crap out of it. I'm not a big social media person.
I've never done it. I wouldn't know. I would think that I would have to set the table with a phone call before and have a conversation, so I could start building rapport audibly initially. And then it's funny, we were just in John's kitchen, and
show that
this book.
Dave Corey, look at this.
This book was sitting on the counter, and I remember running a meeting in New Jersey at the agency I started at probably 14, 15 years ago, called Discipline Determines Destiny. So it was so funny when I saw the book. I think I need a royalty, by the way. So
you cannot trademark a book title, Mike. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
So there's a plug for Dave too, and your program.
Yeah.
Great book.
Yeah. So
what was your class about? Do you remember?
Discipline initially, and then what you want. You got to determine what you want, and then the steps of discipline that it's going to take to get there, and then what's your end goal? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why would you do it even when you don't want to do it, even when you don't like it for the moment? But you have to have so many reasons as to why to make you get up and go, and that's the crux of it.
Well, excellent. And I know this book is David Corey, also wonderful, highly successful salesperson in the medical industry. Also a good thing if you want to Inspire yourself. Get some good tips. There's another plug. See, look, we're doing a show now. This is the John Robb radio show.
I kind of like it.
What are we gonna do next?
I don't know.
All right. So, but anyway, Quit-aversary. That's I'm like we gotta do it. What else? What else have you seen change in me? Or this is about me. No, I'm just kidding.
It is about John.
No, it isn't. Wait, how
but-
does that line go? That's enough about. Wait, didn't you say? That's I hate talking about me. What do you think about
WIIFN,
me?
what's in it for me, or something?
What's in it for?
Yeah, something
know.
I read.
There was
probably.
a good line about. We don't have to talk about me. What do you think about me, or something? It was. I don't know. Forget.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a Mark Degenkolb line. I don't know.
The biggest thing that's changed is John travels more than anybody I know. So he has like millions and millions of miles, and every now and again he will generously donate some to me so I can upgrade on United, which is very nice.
Hey, you know what? The United charged me yesterday. I was flying back from Lake Tahoe last night, and I an espresso martini, like in a can, but as a million-plus mile, you get one free drink now. It used to be like you could just drink for, but you got one. I don't drink that much, but I got one, and then I got a bill for $12. I'm like, United, what's the deal? How did I? That's just from last night. I don't know, but
That's probably a tariff.
it's probably a tariff. It could be. I don't know.
Thank you, Donnie.
Where's your next trip?
My next trip is to St. Thomas.
Yeah?
Yep.
Am I upgrading you on that one?
I don't think so.
Not
I think
yet.
I'm gonna get a free with my miles. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna get on a credit card.
You know, they're
thing.
not airlines anymore. They're just credit card companies.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you
even
know? Look at the data on what airlines make from credit cards, and then what they make from profit of flying people around, and they're all basically credit card companies now. That happen to fly airplanes. It's incredible.
Interesting.
I know, but we're suckers for it. The other thing, like,
Working for me.
I have the United Club card, which gets me miles. It pays for me to get in the club, and I swear the clubs are packed. There you can't find seats because it's everyone with these credit cards in the clubs. So I think that's harder too.
You know,
But this
so-
is my world.
I've
This
never-
is the things I complain about, and those are very
Yeah,
entitled.
it's rough living going to the
It
clubs.
is.
I've never been
So
in
that's
one.
not a complaint. Although the best club, and I've been there twice, Punta Cana Airport, they have pools in the clubs, and you can go in, you can give them the passport, and they'll give you towels, and you can go swim, and then you
This poor guy.
No, come on, I work my butt off.
He does work his butt off, yeah. But you have to carry a bathing suit with you all the time,
Oh,
which
you
is
do. There you go.
that's something.
Anyway,
All right.
21 years,
Woohoo!
self-employed.
20 more to go.
I don't know,
Yeah, I don't know
I
about
can't.
that.
I don't know. See, my arms I already got. This is the bad arm from tendonitis from carrying suitcases. I don't know. But
I carry 80-pound
Yeah,
blocks.
stop.
I don't have nothing here.
You're making fun of me now.
Tendonitis. Am I carrying
No,
my
no.
bag with wheels on it?
Because I had to get my bathing suit out to go to the pool.
That's
in
right.
in the lounge in
Look,
Punta
you
Cana.
have to be ready at all times to swim.
That was awesome. Anyway, this is Impromptu, episode 1. Maybe one and only.
We'll do another
What
one.
else?
in
What
like
else can we share?
We'll do one every 5 years.
Every 5 years. But this celebrated my 21st day of Quit-aversary, and I'm thankful to George Henry, as I mentioned, who was my last boss and the owner of the Title First Agency, which he sold years back now.
Nice.
And I hope he and his family are doing tremendously well. And I'm glad that you and your family are doing well.
We're doing good.
Yeah, I know you are. Anyway, this was it. Fun.
All right.
Thanks if anyone checked this out.
See ya.
Cheers.